boy, not having enough time, to condense a video is tough, um, stressful. So my final point here, if I can get it out, is about Joe Biden. Is about this terror war that we've had going on. Okay, I'm gonna try to spell this out pretty quickly. On September 11th, in 2001, America was attacked. I don't care by who it was attacked. Okay, with the planes and all that. And what was it? A year and a half or so later, we got into Iraq, we got into Afghanistan, and then Iraq, and this terror war has been popping off, and people have been, Americans have been dying over there for like 18 years, 19 years. Seems like it seems like 20 years, but it's really since 2000, I think. Oh God, 3 or 5, I can't remember. Almost 20 years, and it hasn't gone away to where Bush bungled the handling of the terror war, and it wasn't handled properly, and it went on, okay, and then Obama got in, and Obama and Biden got in, and on top of starting new conflicts and like Libya going to hell, Biden and gang failed in their negotiations in the Middle East, in Iraq, and left defeated with this plan that they had where they gave the date away to the troop withdrawal, which was a gift to the enemy over there, because then they knew that all they had to do was bide their time. They could regroup and bide their time, and after they knew the troops were gone, then they took over. Then they did. The remaining Baathists from Saddam Hussein's regime took over Iraq, and then invaded Syria, or they took over Syria too. And I don't know how the Syrian thing happened, but it seems like that was a coordinated effort. Okay, so the Islamic State of Iraq and ISIS came about. And ISIS was like this huge problem that was decapitating people on the internet, and like burning people, and human shields, and all sorts of stuff like that. Slavery. And Obama and Biden just couldn't seem to get a handle on him. Obama called him the junior varsity team, which wasn't true, and if that is true, then Obama lost badly to a junior varsity team. Let that sink in. Because they couldn't handle it, to the point where ISIS had developed a capability and the structure and the finances to attack us in this country. They'd claim responsibility for shootings and stuff. Okay, that was when Biden left office, that was a huge problem. Okay, so now it's solved. Now ISIS has been wiped out. Their leader died because he got killed, and now Biden's gonna get back in. The guy with this reputation for failing in negotiations and giving away timetables and not being able to handle the war is going to get back in there and buddy up with Iran, because he says he's going to get back into the nuke deal with them. I guess in the face of all these peace deals with Israel, he's going to go now and back Iran, which will create more terrorism, which will end up coming here, because Biden is weak, and all the enemies that we have in the world will smell blood, and they will try to pull stunts and terror and attack, because that's just the way the world is. And with a Biden in charge, he's going to fail, and he will fail, and he's going to lose the war on terror. Because and it seems like it's in the bag now, but I can just see it because it's Joe Biden, Joe Biden did this. So to me, a Joe Biden and a Kamala Harris kind of represent the enemy, like our terror enemy, especially with an Ilhan Omar in your ranks, and like an insane Muslim woman who wants like Sharia law and to kill all the Jews, hates the Jews, is like represented and loved by your party. It's like, well, you guys have been, the Democrat Party has been manipulated by the enemy. So it is not only the communist Chinese bribing and buying influence, but because of the Democrat agenda of sympathizing with Iran and the Palestinians, after the greatest generation of Democrats, anyone's they had any integrity, they're all gone now. The new party are all, seemingly like communist in nature, but will buddy up with Islamic, terror states like Iran. It's like, yeah, you can't tell me that's not the enemy. And we're going to lose the war on terror because of Joe Biden. And why does it bother me? Well, because I became really fatigued and tired of Joe Biden and Obama and the mass shootings and the terrorism and the drugs. Drugs were everywhere, and the crime and the sex trafficking, the human trafficking that was this huge cottage industry for the world to human traffic people and have old Joe do nothing about it. It's like, on the one hand, I'm thinking to myself, we can't let this happen. You can't let that kind of asshole in there to screw your country, and then it'll affect your life. It'll start affecting your life in terrible ways. But then on the other hand, I say, well, who's going to do anything about it? Anybody who was willing to fight, if possible, has been sacrificed by the military in the Middle East, apparently for nothing. Now if you're going to buddy up with Iran again and start the whole thing again, so like, who's going to do anything about it? Well, I don't know. I don't think anybody takes it is. They might take it seriously enough, but um, who would do anything? Who'd be able to? Not me. And that's what bugs me about a Joe Biden. It's that his problems and his corruption and his failures are going to touch everybody. So, yeah.